Hi, I'm Bobby, and we Evo is at the special preview of the Maserati Levante. Let's have a closer look. Alright, as for the engine, now, this is an exclusive preview, it is not a launch yet, but there are only currently two engines available across globally, a 3-litre V6 petrol and a 3-litre V6 diesel. I don't think Malaysia will receive the diesel, but as for the petrol, there are actually two outputs. Both engines are 3-litre V6, they are actually identical engines, but they have two different state of tune. So the Levante S actually makes 430 horsepower. So let's hope they will bring in both variants, both 3-litre and with two engine outputs for pricing differentiation. We believe this car will be priced somewhere around 600 to 800,000. I'll let you all have a closer look. This is the V6 petrol. For petrol variant, they actually have two engine outputs. So I'm not sure this is the higher output or the lower one, but I can't see an S badge at the back. So it's likely the lower output version with 300 odd horsepower V6. So the higher output version, the Levante S, actually makes 430 horsepower. And we don't think that Maserati will bring in the diesel. There are rumors that Maserati might put in the 3.8 V8 turbo, but that could be sometime in 2018. That engine could make 530 horsepower. But still, this engine actually is the one in the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, and that output makes 510 horsepower. So this engine is capable of producing 510 horsepower. We're not sure if Maserati will put it into this car. Alright, so we are at the Maserati Levante exclusive preview. It's not the official launch yet, as this is actually a left-hand drive unit where Naza Italia brought it in for us to have an exclusive preview. So as you can see, the Levante features the new front from the Maserati Alfieri concept. So it has this very unique line that runs across the headlamp and into the grills. Now, for the grills, you can see from here that it features active grill flaps where it opens when the car needs cooling, and then it closes to aid aerodynamics. There is a camera in front. Of course, all cars in this segment now, they need full feature cameras for safety purposes and lane guidance and all that. So there are no fake inlets here. As you can see, there is an intercooler there. There is also an intercooler here. So it is a Maserati. Don't expect fake inlets and all that. And the body lines, as we can clearly see here, very classic Maserati. There's a lot of dynamic lines that flow across the bonnet of the car. Now, come to this. This is the classic Maserati design. The grills on the side grills. So these rims are 19 inches. It is actually still an off-road car. an SUV. So you can see these are off-road profile tires. They call them what? R0s? P0s, I mean. So very high profile tires. They sit on air suspension, so the car's ride height can be altered up and down. So these are beautiful rims. Not the best from Maserati, but these are chunkier. You know, it has to accentuate a different spirit compared to the normal coupes or the sports cars, because this is actually an SUV, right? Now it has a very sloping roofline design, as you can see here. The A, B, C pillar, it slopes down. So definitely this is a Maserati. They are definitely giving up interior space for design, because Maserati is all about sound, it's all about driving, it's all about the looks, not so much about how much luggage they can carry and all that, right? Now, come to the rear, as you can see here, the boot is not exactly very deep, but in terms of height, but it is usable. I would say usable, not the largest boot an SUV of this class offers, but it's usable. The rails are here so that you can lock your luggages in place. There is a opening for skis. You know, Europeans, they go for ski trips. It is a big thing for them. Now, as I raise here, there are some compartments here. I don't believe it features a full-size spare wheel. Very likely on maybe run flats or something. Alright, now of course it has a powered tailgate, and it uses the same, this is very popular now, it's a powered strut instead of normal struts with a motor. So it has powered struts on both sides. Now as we close the boot lid, now interestingly, the boot lid button, wait, I'm gonna shift this up. Now the boot lid button is actually not here, but it is actually placed right beneath here. Now let's close it. Alright, so let's check out the rear design of the Levante. Of course there will be a rear view camera. This is nevertheless a car that is between 600 to 800,000, right? Quad pipes, both on each side, and you can expect it to sound glorious because it is a Maserati, right? Now, one thing that makes this car very unique in its segment is that it has, let me show this to you.
Right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, thank you very much for being here.
It has frameless doors, which
this very special
the Cayenne
doesn't. The Maserati Levante.
Right?
Of course, the actual launching will be taking place later on this year, so keep your eyes and ears.
This is what makes the Levante unique. It is the only car in this segment
Naza Italia and Maserati. We'd like to say
with frameless
thank you,
doors.
and of course, have a fantastic day ahead.
I'll just repeat that part, you know, it's loud there. So it is the only SUV in this segment with frameless doors, which the Cayenne doesn't have it, nor X5 or what, but the X6 does. So it is actually a what they call a coupe SUV, you know. That makes this car very much unique in this segment. Hold on a while. Alright, let's have a look at the interior. Now, it has, of course, leather wrapped everything. It is a Maserati nevertheless. Fine materials. These are very, very nice matte rosewood leather. You know, leather and wood all around. It is very nice. Huge, solid, chunky pedal shifters. Nice leather wrap dashboard. Leather wrap everything basically. The interior is beautiful. Nicely built. I think it's somewhat better built than the Ghibli. Of course, it's of a different price point, and it needs to be. So it's very nice. Now let's move into the rear. All right. There we go. Now, it is not exactly meant to be super spacious. As you can see, leg room is somewhat. I was sitting in front there, roughly my driving position. I am 5'11", so you can see that it is rather snug and compact. but I have enough headroom. If you can see, there is enough headroom. You know, it's not like the X6 where literally there's no headroom. You know, so it is quite snug. I don't think 3-person sitting abreast would be comfortable at the back. But the good thing is that Maserati did not do up a console here. You know, they didn't do up a console that blocks off the third passenger, be it a kid. Let me show you that. You see, a lot of cars to be a coupe, say for example the X6, they go and do a giant console here, and to force you to only fit 2-person. But here you can have 2 adults and a child sitting in the middle, you know, with one more set of seat belts. So that is a good thing. Yes, it is compact. It's meant to be compact. The center tunnel is not exactly very intruding. So in terms of space, it is reasonable when compared to, say, for an X6. So it's definitely not as full SUV, full-blown SUV like an X5. But against an X6, I would say it is actually more practical in that sense. Alright, so let's have a look at the other aspects of the car. It is pretty in person. It is actually beautiful in person. Right. It might not be as super high quality as the Cayenne when it comes to interior, but exterior wise, it is handsome. It is a handsome car. Alright, thank you.